On the domestic scene, the top bulletin story to this hour concerns unconfirmed reports that movie star Nora Love, who last week dramatically announced that she is giving up her movie career, has flown to New York and is in seclusion somewhere in this city. Staff writer Nick Alexander has this to say in tomorrow's bulletin. Love is a four-letter word, and so is jerk, and so is sick. And those are the words which Mr. and Mrs. New York used yesterday when questioned about the pros and cons of anybody walking out on a $10 million career. There have been reports, Alexander goes on, that Nora has consulted a psychiatrist. And says the bulletin's angry young man, anybody who can't find a way to be happy with all the things Nora Love has going for her really should have her head examined. In sport...
Why do they do that, those newspapers? Well, why does this Nick Alexander write things like that?
Because it's true, baby. Yeah, he's right about that four-letter word bit. J-E-R-K. Now you are going to stop being a jerk, and you're coming back to the coast with me tonight.
I'm sick, Johnny.
You're not sick, you beautiful, talented dope. You're well, baby, 100% well, and you're coming back.
Who told you to come after me? You have no right.
No right? Oh, baby, I do have a right. Now, you know it, and I know it.
Oh, Johnny, please. You've done okay with me. Please, leave me alone.
Nora, baby, who is it you think you're talking to? This is Johnny Boy, your friend, your personal manager. Now, you're talking about rights. I'm talking about a picture. Between the Hills, starring Nora Love.
No pictures, no more pictures.
I'm talking about a film. Starring Nora Love, produced by John M. Batson, his first production.
No more pictures, Johnny. Latch on to somebody else. Sick. That's another of his four-letter words. And that's one he's right about. I'm sick. I need a psychiatrist. Leave me alone. Oh, if nobody finds me and Dr. Lathrop gets a chance to help me, I'll be all right.
Nora, you don't understand.
Oh, Johnny, I've been nice to you. Please don't fight me on this. I have to have a chance to get help.
Okay. Now, you need some rest. Isn't that the dialogue, the hospital bit? Need some rest and some help.
That's the dialogue, Johnny.
Okay. Now, you just take it easy and relax. I'll see you later.
City room. Mr. Alexander on one. Alexander.
Mr. Alexander, I enjoyed reading your article about Nora Love, especially the four-letter word part. I have a three-letter word for you, T-I-P. You know where she is right now? Nugent Sanatorium on East 68th Street. Nora Love, spelled, you know how.
Nugent Sanatorium, huh? What name is she registered under?
Well, now, Mr. Reporter, you don't want it on a silver platter, do you? There's another three-letter word spelled D-I-G, dig.
Come in.
Miss Love?
Yes?
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you. I was just... I heard someplace it calms your nerves to work on one of these things, but I think I dropped a piece.
Oh, man. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know. I don't think that's the piece I was looking for.
I believe it goes right here.
Oh, yes, it does. Well, that's one way to make pictures. An easy way.
Sure.
The gift shop didn't know what the patient in room 406 wanted in the way of jigsaw puzzles. They gave me a choice. Famous movie stars or famous bridges. Somewhere in the middle of all this mess is the George Washington Bridge. But I'm not so good. Not so good at putting the pieces together. Well, but I mustn't keep you. I'm sure you didn't come here to play games with me.
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't. I was hoping we could have a talk, Miss Love.
About me, of course. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Oh. As the fellow in the cartoon says, what's up, Doc?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Miss Love, I'm not a doctor.
Okay. A therapist, then. I can use them all, I suppose. Doctors, therapists, what have you. You got a little therapy for being scared all the time? A little pill or deep and probing conversation for sick psyche or lousy libido, Mr. whatever your name is?
It's Alexander, Miss Love. My name is Nick Alexander.
What?
I'm Nick Alexander. I'm a reporter on the Bulletin.
The one who wrote that story?
Yes, I'm the one.
Well, I...
You don't have to ring. I'll be clearing out of here right now.
I thought I was safe. How did you find me?
Well, it was a telephone call, a tip that you were here.
Okay, so now you should really have a ball. I can already see the headlines. Nora Love in the Psycho Ward playing with jigsaw puzzles. Big laugh, big coast-to-coast laugh. Where will I go now? All I wanted was to be left alone. You hounded me. You made fun of me. Where am I supposed to hide? Where can I find the piece? He's a newspaper reporter, Doctor. How did he get in here?
Please, Miss Love. What are you doing?
I'm packing. But where will I go? Will you find me next time, too?
Just wait a minute. Please sit down.
Miss Love, I'm sorry.
Get out.
I didn't know. I mean it. I didn't realize how things were.
Mr. Alexander, will you drop dead?
Are you going to write a story about this?
That's what I'm supposed to do, Doctor. Run down stories and write them.
Certainly, I understand that. But what I'm supposed to do is help people, like that young woman in there. But it's not easy. I practice a very inexact science, Mr. Alexander. I don't blame you for running down a tip or whatever it was, but I'll tell you this. Miss Love may leave here now. Oh, it's all right. She checked in voluntarily. But she's a disturbed person, a frightened girl, a terrified girl. Maybe I could have helped her.
I'm sorry about that, Doctor. I don't want to hurt her.
With someone like Miss Love, the important thing is not that someone's trying to hurt her, but that she's hurting herself. Mr. Alexander, it'd be better, much better, if you would not write a story about this disturbed girl.
I'll consider it, Doctor. Tell you the truth, I've been considering it ever since I walked into her room.
My ears deceive me. Did I hear the boy right?
You heard him. I think he lost something in the translation, though.
You, the fearless Fosdick of the city room?
You have a nice little exclusive on your hands, perhaps not in the category of a plot to blow up the White House, but a legitimate exclusive nonetheless, maybe even worth a $25 bonus, and you are passing it up?
That's the idea.
Kluge, take a picture. Our beaver, suddenly not so eager.
Nobody'd believe it. They'd say I faked it in the dark room.
What do you want me to do? The doctor laid it on the line.
When one gets a tip that somebody who is wacky is hiding out in a private hospital, One usually has sense enough.
Not to have a heart-to-heart talk with said wacky-one psychiatrist.
So I owe you a story.
Nick, don't you get it? She is a star.
She's a girl, a disturbed girl.
Not a girl, Nick, a star. And she doesn't walk alone, either. Kluge, what is the name of that Svengali who's always hanging around?
Batson, John Batson. I bet you he knows where the body's buried.
The personal manager, the press agent, and she'll do what he says. They all do what the press agents say. You've seen them pour through those doors by the hundreds. The champagne, the phone calls, the little nobodies, the big somebodies, who'll pose for Kluge here anyway. Raise their skirts to any height just to get their faces and their legs in the paper. They're not people. They're stars, and nobody forced them into it. They wanted it this way. It's a game. A sharp, cynical game.
It wasn't any game there in the hospital. I saw the look on her face.
You know, Kluge, I just realized something. Our boy here has never been exposed to a sex symbol before. A gorgeous movie star.
I can see that.
They're sick. They're frantic. And they're beautiful. Oh, there's a whole bit there, Nick, you know? Boy reporter. Lady star.
Mark, do you still want me to lay a spot open on page 3 for our Nora Love story or not?
Nick says there's no story there. Forget it, Phil.
Okay, Mark.
Thanks.
Wait a minute, stargazer. This is still your assignment, whether you're passing up tomorrow's story or not. Somewhere in here, there's a publicity release from one of the networks. It seems that they had a camera crew out on the coast last month doing a documentary on Oscar winners past and present. Yes, here it is. I want you to get a hold of Nolan over at the network publicity department. Tell him that you would like to take a look at the Nora film that they have. Tell him that we might want to do a feature on her because she has disappeared, if you'll forgive the word.
I'll forgive the word.
There's another word, Nick. Barracuda. Remember that when you go into that projection room over there. Remember that you have chosen to befriend a barracuda, however beautiful. So take a good look at her on that film. Find out where her teeth are.
Another part of the torchy, passionate magnetism of Nora Love. As one theater exhibitor put it, if you wear pants, if you're seated in a theater, she'll find you.
So what do you think of her?
I wear pants, don't I?
You want to see some of the stuff our own camera crew's got of Nora working?
Yeah.
Run the next reel.
Critics talk of the quality of panic in Nora Love's work. Is this acting, or is this part of a strange, beautiful, tormented woman? That's Daniel Lewis, the director, 3-time Academy Award winner.
Cut! That's a print. That was great, Nora. That was real.
For those who know, a typical Nora Love